Hey there friends, Steve here, and welcome back to my Old Guy Insights channel. Today we're talking about something that a lot of folks might be feeling after an election. Your candidate lost. If you were rooting for them, I know this stings. You might be feeling disappointed, drained, and downright discouraged. So, what now? How do we handle that? And even more, what can we learn from it? Here's what we're getting into today. How to feel those feelings without letting them take over, how to keep your cool when it feels like the news just won't let this go. And here's the big one, how to turn this setback into a springboard, because here's something I've picked up in all my years. Never waste a perfectly good mistake. A loss isn't the end of the road, it's a chance to learn, to grow, and to be stronger next time. Stick around because this is going to be insightful, impactful, and I think hopefully inspiring. Look, I know it's tempting to just shrug it off and say, I'm fine. But if you were pulling for your candidate, really rooting for him, it can feel like something important was just ripped away. And that's worth feeling. I mean, let yourself go there. Take a deep breath, talk it out with a friend or grab a journal and just pour it out. Feeling your feelings is like letting off a little steam so you don't blow later. Don't skip this step. It's essential. And take a second here. Imagine how much lighter you'd feel if you let that frustration and sadness just flow out rather than bottling it up. Sometimes giving yourself a break is the boldest move you can make. All right, here's the truth. News is constant. Non-stop noise, never-ending updates. It's tempting to check, scroll, and watch until you feel absolutely worn out. But here's the trick. Hey, pick one or two reliable sources, stay informed, and then step away. Constant news is like a faucet that never stops flowing. Eventually, it floods your peace of mind. And protecting your peace isn't about tuning out the world. It's about making sure you're strong enough to face it. Ask yourself this. How much energy do you let the noise drain from you? And what could you gain by just taking back control of your mental space? All right, here's one we can all work on. It's easier to divide, but better to build. The people who see things differently, they might teach us the most if we're willing to listen. Instead of pointing fingers or tossing labels, try asking, why do they feel that way? Or what's driving that viewpoint? We learn more when we stop labeling and start listening. Imagine how strong we'd be if more of us listened to understand rather than to argue. I mean, picture this. What would it look like if instead of fighting, we found common ground? If this resonates, hey, give the video a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so we can keep this conversation going. And this is where it gets real. Now, you're disappointed, maybe even heartbroken. But what are you going to do with that? I mean, channel it, use it as a fuel, join a group, volunteer, get involved in something that matters to you. Turning your frustration into action is like planting seeds after a wildfire. It's how new growth starts. Each bit of time and energy you give is a way of saying, I care and I'm not giving up. Remember, you're part of something bigger. Here's one that's often overlooked. Self-care matters. And I'm not talking about fancy spa days. I mean simple, satisfying steps. Take a walk, listen to music, go outside, breathe in fresh air. When the world feels heavy, we need to find small moments to keep our spirits light. You're allowed to find a little peace, to take a break from all the noise. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. The world needs you and a stronger, steadier you for whatever comes next. Take a breath and remember, democracy isn't a one and done. It's a long journey. This election, it's just one step in a much bigger story. Each win, each loss, each moment along the way, they all add up to something bigger. Every setback is a chance to grow, to learn, and to lift a little higher. So don't let one defeat fool you into thinking hope is gone. Hope is resilient. Hope endures. So should we. All right, let's talk about not wasting a good mistake. Now, here's the truth. Losses aren't just losses. They're lessons if we're willing to look. When a candidate loses, it's easy to say, wow, that was a mistake. But here's the secret. This is a moment to ask deeper questions, to find out what didn't connect and where we can improve. This isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of understanding what needs to change. And maybe, just maybe, this loss is a wake-up call. It's saying to people who want to feel heard in new ways that we need to reach out and connect more deeply. It's not the end, it's a sign, maybe even a gift, that we're brave enough to see it, and the people who make a difference aren't the ones that never lose. They're the ones who rise, who learn, who grow, and who keep going. The big takeaway is this. A loss isn't the final chapter. It's a chance to change course. If we're willing to look at it, we'll find a roadmap for what needs to change, how we can come back better, and what we should hold on to and what to let go of. And here's the ultimate goal. No matter what side we're on, let's lift America up. Let's show the world why democracy is worth believing in. When we see things this way, a loss isn't just a defeat. It's a chance to grow together. Hey, if this hits home for you, if you're ready to turn setbacks into stepping stones, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and boop that notification bell. And let's keep this conversation going in the comments. Share one action you think could bring people together. And let's be real, we're all in this together. And I want to hear your ideas. Stay awesome, keep learning, and remember, you're part of something bigger. If you've made it this far, hey, I got another video right here you're going to love. Until next time, see ya.